right, we are not going to wait. Let's bring up the next comic. Her name is Annie Hildebrand, and she's hilarious and amazing.
Hello? Cool. That was the DIY portion of the show. We all learned something. Awesome. Hello, my name's Annie. Whenever I'm at a restaurant and they ask for my name, I say Annie like the orphan. And everyone gets real sad, but they always spell it right. So I do it anyway. I've been in New York for almost 2 years. And in that time, I peed in the street 4 times. So I feel like I'm adjusting well. I grew up in South Dakota. I never peed in the street there. Only fields, really, but that's to be expected. It's very rural. Anyone else from South Dakota here? No? That's weird. I don't know if you guys know much about the population of South Dakota. It's less than 1 million. So by New York standards, you can fit my entire home state into like a cozy 3-bedroom on the Upper West Side. Yeah, it's very small. We have 1 representative in the House, and I just kind of thought that was normal. I didn't understand what districts were and how they worked until well into college. It was during the 2008 election. I remember being like, how do Californians vote? Like, is their ballot just like a giant make-your-own-pizza menu where you get to choose 53 toppings? That seems so freeing and stressful. But then I learned, and I felt very dumb. But I went to college in Nebraska. They have a unicameral legislature. I still don't know what that means. In case you were wondering, these are the political hot takes you guys are going to get tonight. Just like history and civics. But one thing I love about people from the Midwest who leave the Midwest is they can't wait to teach you about how their state is relevant, like culturally or historically or in any way at all. So I was only in Nebraska for a couple of years after college before I moved out here, but that was long enough for me to learn all their things. So if anyone within like a 1-mile radius mentions the McRib or Kool-Aid or zoos, I cannot wait to get over there and tell them that Nebraska is kind of responsible for a little bit. For McRibs and Kool-Aid. For zoos, we just have a really good one. It's rated like number 2, number 1 in the world most of the time. I don't know if you guys knew that. Better than San Diego. See again? Nobody cares when people from the Midwest teach these things, but we find any excuse to anyway. So I moved here 2 years ago, started peeing in the streets like you guys know. And around the time I moved was when that whole thing happened with the gorilla who got shot in the zoo in Cincinnati. More zoo material. And when it happened, I read a lot about it because I didn't have anything else to do. I was just like depressed and looking for a job and like, let's see what else is new. And I read so much about it, I even got sick of it. And then 9 months after it happened, I heard the gorilla's name out loud for the first time and realized I'd been pronouncing it wrong for 9 months. And it was kind of like when the first Harry Potter movie came out and I found out her name was not Hermione. I was like, oh no, I need to rethink things. But, so I'd been pronouncing the gorilla's name Hammurabi. You know that guy from like 9th grade world history? Eye for an eye, gorilla for a gorilla, I guess. And at that point I was like, I probably need to go outside. I need to like learn things. And I didn't. I watched a bunch of episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm instead. How New York. But I watched this episode where Larry David ends up having to teach a 12-year-old how to use a tampon. And I realized I'd been doing it wrong. I just thought my body had been rejecting them. And I thought that for 16 years. And and a 60-year-old white man had to teach me how to do it. It's like a Republican's wet dream. He's like, yeah, let me tell you about your body. I know everything. But, yeah, so you guys probably think I'm dumb after that. If you're a dude, shut up. Do you know all the moving pieces of a tampon? Probably not. If you're a girl and you think I'm dumb, that's fair. You figured it out on your own. You're a tamp champ. I get it. But I'm not dumb. I just do better in a team setting. So, like, if I would have had a collaborator on the whole tampon project, I would have figured it out right away. But, whoa. Just gonna put this in there. There's already a mic there. Cool. I'll leave you guys on this. Whenever I'm in an awkward situation, I have found a foolproof way to get out of it real quick. All you gotta do is just say, I have a baby in the car.